Sir Isaac Alfred Isaacs was a judge, politician, and Governor-General. He was born on the 6th of August 1855 in Melbourne. Isaacs was the eldest of 6 children. His parents were Rebecca and Alfred, who was a tailor. In 1859, Isaacs and his family went to Yakandanda in Victoria. Whilst here, Isaacs attended a state school and a small private school. It was said that Isaacs was a bright and lively child with wide interests from an early age. Impressively, Isaac studied law at the University of Melbourne while still working full-time. Moreover, he then graduated in 1880 with a Master of Laws degree and minimum time. Isaacs had an incredible memory, which meant he could refer to cases with reference to their volume and even page in exams. He was progressing slowly, but since he had the trait of determination coupled with fantastic legal ability and capacity for difficult work, he was moving forward at a much faster pace. By 1890 he was well known, and just in that year he emerged 19 times before the full Supreme Court. Isaacs took briefs on behalf of large corporate clients. This included land and finance companies, the stock exchange, banks, local authorities, and more. In 1901, Isaacs was designated to the first federal parliament to the seat of Indy. Here he was a critical supporter of Edmund Barton and his protectionist government. After 20 years, the Labour Prime Minister James Scullin chose to pick an Australian citizen as Governor-General and decided to offer the job to Isaacs. As a result of his exceptional work, Isaacs was promoted to a Knight Grand Cross of the Order of St. Michael and St. George in April 1932. His term as Governor-General finished on the 23rd of January 1936. In 1937, he then received the Knight Grand Cross of the Order of the Bath. Although Isaacs was the Governor-General of Australia during the years of the Depression, he never seemed as if he was going to crack. In fact, it was said that Isaacs served his time with compassion and a high level of dignity. Isaacs freely gave up a part of his wage and even rejected getting his retired judge's pension while in office. In addition to this, he gave up his residences in Melbourne and Sydney, becoming the earliest Governor-General to permanently live at the Government House in Canberra. Sir Isaac Isaacs was controversial at times, but nonetheless was a noteworthy figure to the Australian people and the Jewish community. He played an imperative part in the growth and establishment of the Australian Constitution. Furthermore, Isaacs is also remembered for his input to the legal history of Australia. He was an intelligent and energetic man, not to mention that he had an extraordinary amount of determination. Isaacs knew what he wanted and in return thrived in achieving it. In the late 1890s, Alfred Deakin explained Isaacs with these comments: "A clear, cogent, and forcible and fiery speaker, he set himself at once to work to conquer the methods of platform and parliamentary debate, and it both succeeded. He was not trusted or liked in the House. His will was indomitable, his courage inexhaustible, and his ambition immeasurable, but his egotism was too marked and his ambition too ruthless to render him popular. Dogmatic by disposition, full of legal subtlety, and the precise literalness and littleness of the rabbinical mind, he was at the same time kept well abreast by his reading of modern developments and modern ideas." These comments are in no way deceptive, as Sir Isaac Isaacs was a person to be reckoned with. There was, however, unfairness and undeserving things that were written and said about him. He was an alone, but a determined, motivated, and consistent man, and at the same time, Isaacs retained wide popular support as a political leader. Furthermore, Isaacs was portrayed by the lawyer Sir Robert Garran as one of the most brilliant federal attorney generals he had worked with. He was the first Australian-born Attorney General, and his contribution has been explained as one of the most important in the history of that office. Sir Isaac Isaacs is still cited and referred to. Even a century after he wrote his passages, he is still called on to help solve legal problems. This is because of his gift to say things vividly and powerfully.